Well, you can never find these anywhere. Are you a fan of jalapeno?
Yeah, bitch. Of course. And the hot Cheetos are like it's a black girl's breakfast. Like,
remember in high school, people were like,
yeah, Pajot. I loved Pajot because this bitch had a plan when she came in, and she opened the corner of the bag. That way, when people would ask for one, you could literally only put 2 fingers in.
No, that's
and get one chip.
Strategic, bitch.
She's hilarious. Okay, well, welcome to Averything this week. And we have the bitches back. Shelby Houston here.
Hey.
And Shelby, how's your week been going so far?
Long as hell. Glad it's over.
Yeah, no, oh my God. We're going to talk about it, okay? You know, the shooting just happened. Right. And we're going to try to take it as seriously as possible. You know, I mean, well, of course it's serious. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Tread lightly. Right.
Exactly. Okay. Well, okay, so heart goes out, obviously, to the victims of the families of the 17 victims shot by the 19-year-old white supremacist.
Absolutely, right.
Shitty thing. And of course it happened in Florida because everything bad happens in Florida, honestly.
Right.
But of course, a situation like this sparks debate.
Absolutely,
okay?
From all angles.
Yes, okay? And a lot of people do like to say, well, don't bring it up out of respect for the families. Well, damn it. Well, then let's not talk about this shooting. Let's talk about San Bernardino or the Texas Church or Sandy Hook or Las Vegas. We can go down the list.
Right.
And we can say it's for that, okay?
Same shit, different day, honestly.
Okay, yeah. So, my thing is, because I just feel personally, to have all these shootings happen and really truly believe nothing should be done is ludicrous. It's stupid as fuck.
Right, yeah.
And it's infuriating to see people online and things like that just sit there and be content and just send thoughts and prayers. Because
you know what? Thoughts and prayers only go so far. I understand they're important, but let's be proactive in figuring out what we can do to save lives in the future. Kids shouldn't go to school and then your parents not be able to pick you up after. You know, it's some fucked up stuff, for real.
It honestly, like, literally me and one of my good friends got into it at work. You know Lazaro, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm just going to kind of give you the play-by-play because it was some bullshit, okay? So, obviously the subject comes up at work.
Right.
And we're at the lunch table and things just need to make sense to me. If it sounds logical to me, you have won your argument with me.
Right,
because
yeah.
I have no fear of
confrontation.
Confrontation or being corrected or whatever.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you come with some facts and it makes sense, then absolutely. But what I said was, okay, you guys, this is what I asked the table. I said, tell me if this makes sense. Less guns means less people would die. Where's the flaw in that logic? And they were like, not necessarily. Okay, the fuck? All right? And
it does make sense, but it doesn't. I mean, the whole thing, people saying, let's take the guns away. Well, we're taking away from the people who can protect us. Not everybody's crazy, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But there's these instances where these people are getting a hold of these things, and if there's more laws and more, regulations for you to be able to buy a firearm, then let's fucking roll side with it. We have to do something.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that was my point in the argument was, and that's what I'm saying, I can debate all day, bitch.
Yeah.
And I know how to stay on message, okay?
Yeah.
So the entire message I was saying was it's unrealistic to think that we're gonna stop all gun deaths. It's stupid as fuck because it's not gonna happen. Nobody thinks that. We're not gonna take away all the guns. We don't want all that to happen. That's not gonna be the thing.
Right.
Because that's unrealistic. The idea is to put things in place where we can reduce the frequency, and this is what I said.
Right.
Okay, and he's bilingual. He might not understand the word frequency. Okay, but he starts getting up in arms because he's like, okay, well, if I really want to get a gun, then I'm gonna get a gun. Yes. Okay.
Just like every other fucking person that has guns and shouldn't have them.
No. If I want to get he said, if I want to get a gun and just go ahead and shoot somebody in the head, I'm going to find a way to get that gun. Okay, but I would like to make it harder, and I would like to deter other people from wanting to do that.
Right, having that idea too.
You know what I'm saying? Just in less amounts, okay?
Yeah.
So, he also said, first of all, he agreed with me. In the beginning of this, he's like, I get what you're saying, Avery. Okay, if there's no cars on the road, there's less wrecks. Like,
right.
Right.
Still, shit happens.
Okay, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, and so he said, what about people who smoke weed? Weed is illegal, and people still get it. And I said, yes.
That's not murdering 17 people.
Yeah, right.
In cold blood. Like, let's just get that out of the way real quick.
Of course, I was saying, but think about it this way. So, weed is illegal here, and people still smoke weed, right?
Right.
But weed is legal in California. Do you think more people smoke weed in California or here in Kentucky?
Right.
And he said they smoke more weed in California. Exactly. That, boom. Even if you put a little bit of restriction on it, you know what I'm saying? And people just did it for medical reasons. That's gonna, if we're saying with because they also brought up, well, Kentucky has laws, but they're lax. So just like with medical, people still get the medical license and still buy that fucking weed, and it's not going to deter everybody. So,
you didn't win that argument, Avery. I'm just...
Bitch, of course I did. Girl,
just at that point right there, just because you put more restriction on it doesn't mean people are not
That was the problem, because this happens to me a lot. Mm-hmm. So I'm making good points, and he's saying this, and then he gets to the personal insults. I'm a dumbass, and I'm a dumb motherfucker. I have no argument. But you're the one that's flip-flopping on yours. You agreed with me, but now he's refusing to say that He even said again that he sees that less guns would. That's the entire. And I literally said, I said that's the whole point. So why are you yelling? Like, why are you mad? Yeah. I was like, that's it. End of conversation. That's all I was saying. But like I said, I really do believe that for people who own guns right now, they really truly believe that if they agree with any part of this and actually admit that there might be a problem, someone's gonna come in their fucking house and take their guns. So they can't.
It's an extreme, irrational thought to have.
It's very irrational.
Yes, for sure.
And I think that's honestly what it is. So you can't admit that you're wrong. You can't, and that's honestly my problem with people. So how come in arguments, he's like, well, you always argue with people, and you always have arguments for what people say. Well, bitch, if you believe something, shouldn't you be able to defend it? That's
right. Yeah, for sure. Especially when it's coming at you in a weird way.
Yeah, I'm like,
okay.
Shouldn't you be able? Isn't that a thing? Like, if I believe something, I would want to make sure it's pretty concrete and that it makes a lot of sense, and that I can back it up.
That's what basic conversation is.
Girl, okay.
But you have to call me a dumbass. And
shit. That's what I'm saying, and that's where I kind of fall off, because I'm like, why do I gotta be dumbass? Why can't I just be right?
Right.
Why can't I just be right?
Right.
And
me and all of my arguments.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why can't people get so mad? But just say, I feel like it'd be so weird for someone to say, like, Avery, you're right. Like, I just want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that was really the argument. But it's not. No, I'm not. Girl, I'm not tripping about it. But the whole thing, I just need him to go ahead and just take a chill pill, because he's the one who brought it to a personal level with the insults. Because I wasn't going to do that. It wasn't even worth that to me.
Right, but just hey, this is what I think.
I do think a lot of people who are kind of set in those ways, though, and those beliefs, it really might take, I think for those people, it's getting in that situation yourself. Really, you're going to wait till somebody dies, or somebody gets shot. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Or even in any type of way. Yeah.
You have kids that go to school, and you don't want to take any precaution you can to make sure that they're safe.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Which is crazy, because one of the Bullitt County schools, it was either yesterday or the day before, there was a note found about a possible shooting at that school the next day.
Yeah.
Well, none of the schools were canceled. It was on, people get phone calls, like the parents do, whenever there's alert going on.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure it said this, I can't verbatim or whatever.
Yeah.
But it said it wasn't a credible enough threat. But what if some shit went down yesterday? Doesn't make sense. When does the shit become a credible threat? Like, whenever somebody says some crazy stuff like that, then it needs to be reported. The action needs to be taken upon it.
Hell
whether
yeah.
it was, a
bitch.
joke or not. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck's a credible threat? I don't want my child going to school when there's a credible threat going around.
Yeah.
When 17 people just died. You know?
I think we're just so desensitized. Shootings happen so often now. They're like, whatever. You know what I mean? And bitch, it's a scroll on your timeline.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? People just don't take it as serious. And they're like, violence has increased the past 30 years. Bitch, do you know when the internet was invented?
Right.
1983. Okay? And by the time it kicked up to where everybody had it and shit, like, it's about 30 years, right?
Right, yeah.
So, have more deaths happened, or is it fucking easier to know about? You know what I'm saying? That's my whole thing.
Easy to know, but still you're ignorant,
Like, the fuck. Like, imagine if they had iPhones when it was like okay to be like super racist, like you know what I'm saying? Like, oh my god, I could just imagine
the snaps.
Oh my god, the vines about black people and stuff. Like, girl,
anybody in general though, just hateful motherfuckers.
That's what I mean.
That can't coexist.
That's what I mean.
Else.
Oh my god. Could you imagine World Star coloreds only like
awful.
Oh my god.
This shit's fucked up.
That's what I'm saying. Give those people iPhones. See what happens. Like,
let's take it back, yeah.
Sometimes I do marvel at the fact that if I went back in time to a certain time with like a bottle of ibuprofen, I would be like a wizard. You know what I mean? Just like a bottle of ibuprofen. That's it.
All you need.
Okay? Because it cures so much shit. Like, okay. Blake Griffin. He's really hot. I'm going to start with that. So this is a very disappointing story.
He's all right.
No, I mean, what? No. I mean, well, he's uglier now. I could say
Absolutely, yeah.
He's definitely uglier now. Well, basically, he's being sued by his ex-fiancée for palimony, which is alimony, but before you're married. Because they never actually got married. Mm-hmm. So she's alleging that he basically dipped on them for Kendall Jenner.
Oh, wow.
Okay, left their kids, and, like, she's like, you promised to take care of me, and she's coming after that money, okay?
Right.
And
who wouldn't?
Bitch. You left your kids, though.
Right.
Like, you left your kids, though.
Right. And you only hope it's that way, because it's her side,
yes,
his side, and there's the truth.
Girl. But, I mean, come on now. Speculation, you can see. And, so you have a fiance and 2 kids, and now you're hanging out with a 22-year-old reality star. Yeah. Okay, let's be real. How much can you really not corroborate her story there? Right, yeah. You know what I mean?
But still, I'm not even, like, surprised at this point. This has been going on forever. Not necessarily him, but just, like, married men leaving their families to go be with a young, beautiful. Not saying she's more beautiful by any means, but just, like, whatever's the next in line. That's how motherfuckers are.
And I feel like, because she's alleging in this suit that basically she's owed the money because she helped build him. Yeah. You know what I mean? She was with him through all that stuff and deals that he was making and whoop, whoop, whoop. And I think it is all down to I mean, you can have confidence in yourself, but I don't think anybody who really becomes famous believes that they're going to be famous for real, at first.
Mm-hmm. They're humble about it.
Yeah. Or you should be.
Yeah.
And so when he actually took off and is a success now, and you can tell he does commercials and like he does like acting gigs and stuff like that. You can tell there's a thirst there,
right? Yeah,
you know what I mean, to do more than just basketball. But I just think when you reach a certain level of success and it actually happens, you're confronted with, oh shit, now what am I actually gonna do? Because I mean, his bitch was probably fine when he was broke. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure.
But now that he's rich and can be with so many other types of women or different women.
Right, yeah, gonna have to pick the litter. Yeah. That's what he's gonna do.
God, that must be a really hard decision. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I can kind of put myself in his shoes in that respect.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm sorry, you had kids and everything. Like, you signed up.
Right.
And apparently,
in agreement or not, like, you have 2 kids that are like, you're spitting image of you. You're going to do that.
He spent the day that apparently was their wedding day in Vegas because she wouldn't sign a prenup. And I mean, I understand the prenup thing, but like, the bitch was with you when you were broke, though.
Right, yeah.
Like, and left her career to take care of your kids. Mm-hmm. So, I'm sorry, Blake Griffin, you're ugly now. Yeah. To me, until you can prove you're not.
Right. Mostly y'all don't work out, you know?
Oh, I hope she gets this palimony. I hope she...
Absolutely.
Oh,
Get
my
what's
God.
yours. Yeah,
Oh,
get
no,
yours
no.
and some,
Oh,
you know?
She literally wants him to take care of her for the rest of his... I would leave Kendall and just be with her. It's cheaper.
Right, yeah.
It's just to save a bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, why don't you cheat on her like a regular person? Okay?
Right, yeah. Somebody that's not going to be, you know, super public.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Okay, so... Anyway, so Vanderpump Rules this week. So we open with Katie and Stassi shopping for Stassi's birthday, and you know how seriously she takes her birthday.
It's my fucking birthday. We don't hear that 40 times in an episode. It's not her birthday.
I know. I love it. I mean, I take my birthday very seriously as well, so I totally get where she's coming from. But this year she's going to have a murder theme, which... that's pretty cool, you know? I mean, if you're into stuff like that. I'm not really a gory kind of person, but...
Oh, yeah, it was like a super cool idea.
No, not for me. But, she starts talking about, her and Patrick and, the stuff that they were doing and the fact that he went to... Where did he go, to Amsterdam or some shit?
I don't know if he was gone for like 8 months and didn't talk to her a day.
Well, he was gone for 8 months. That's when they were broke up.
Oh, okay. How long was he in Amsterdam for and turned off his phone?
For like a week. And
a week?
Yeah.
Oh, that was longer than that.
No, that he was gone. He was gone for a week. I don't think it was even Amsterdam. I think it was somewhere else. I forgot.
Yeah.
But
finding himself. Apparently.
Whatever. Bitch. Okay.
I think he's corny.
He's such a douche.
Yeah,
he's a fucking douche. And she's like, I was sexting him, and then it turned. And she's like, I'll sext someone else, and so apparently he got mad and blocked her. And I'm just like, if your man doesn't want to see a photo of you, I mean, or...
Right, yeah. Can we just, like, go ahead and knock that out? I think she's emotionally damaged from Jax.
I mean...
everybody else.
And everybody else.
Yeah.
I mean...
She's a mess.
Why couldn't she come... But my whole thing is, like, why couldn't she come, though? Like, what's...
Yeah.
Why do you really have to go by yourself? Like, wouldn't you want to do something like that with your...
Though?
That's what I'm saying, girl. That's what I mean. I really do think he was pumping and dumping or whatever. Whatever, you know, the kids are saying. So, Billy, Sheena, Ariana, and Lala are together because now Ariana has the same birthday party day as Stassi, and they're planning hers, which is a Kings and Queens party. And this is the only time I'll deviate and say, like, Ariana's party idea was better. Because,
it was
oh
cool.
God, you know, that to me is more appealing than murder. You know? But that's just me personally. And, like, Billy's... Oh my God, this was actually really funny. Because Ariana brings up her vagina and like how bad she feels about her vagina, and Lala's like, what? Yeah. Oh my God, I want to use mine every day. And
Love Lala.
So she's just saying about how her boyfriend made her feel like...
It was gross.
Yeah.
That's what she was saying, yeah. That it was disgusting. Like, what?
To be honest with you, the only thing I thought was really weird was the fact that I feel like it's bad to trash your own vagina in front of a transgender. Like,
Billy was like, what?
Yeah, like, oh my God, I had to build mine from scratch. Like, bitch, and you're
not appreciative.
You know, I would be so mad. I'd be offended, bitch. Like, how the fuck? And that really just threw me off in the entire thing. But
and Billy's just like sitting in like, okay.
Yeah, no, I would have called her out. But Tom and Tom are there at the restaurant doing the same. I feel like that's the same pile that was there the last time we saw them there. But
slowly but surely.
Yeah, okay. Putting in sweat equity.
Right.
And Ken and Lisa show up and they tell them about how they had just spent the night before at a strip club. And I mean, yes, you want to tell that to your bosses who are putting every faith in you.
Right, yeah. And they realize it's the same pile of shit from last week, too, you know?
Okay. They write their checks to Lisa, and...
How many loans did Swartz have to take out? They've always
for
had
these
money
weddings
problems.
and everything.
Yes.
First of all, if you guys are still servers, there's no way they're paying y'all like for real, okay?
There's no way.
Bravo's being cheap as fuck over there. You know it. You know it. Oh my
Right.
God. I wonder what they convinced them they were worth. Okay?
No, but I feel like as the seasons progress, they're starting to get... I feel like they have to get more. Yeah.
They have to. Their show is a hit. Okay, and if they don't know that, then
Right, yeah.
they have bad management. We get to Ariana's therapist, because this bitch needs one. And
A mess. She's in Kristen Doty.
she's talking about her vagina again, and how she was getting into it with the dude because he was taking care of her. So of course, I still don't understand how these problems just come on all of a sudden. And Tom addresses this later, which is wild.
He does,
Thank
yes.
God. Mm-hmm. Okay? Because that's what I've been thinking about the entire time. But they talk about Dog Day, and Lisa tells Brittany, Jax is not coming. Jax cannot come.
Super disrespectful at her premiere with her magazine and all that. So
from last week.
Understandable. It's okay to be upset about it.
Yeah, but also Lisa does this thing where she just wants you to kiss her ass and like.
Oh yeah, James, prime example.
Yeah, she like.
It's Stassi, everybody, Kristen.
You know?
Okay.
Like if you do anything to slight her, bitch, you have to prove like why you're worth it. Okay, it's kind of ridiculous. Okay, so Jax isn't invited to Dog Day, and then Tom and Ariana are talking, and she's playing games, like I said, and Tom brings up, he's like, I've made you have multiple orgasms, like, we've fucked plenty of times. She's like,
I was trying to, like, impress you. Like, what?
What? Way to call your man out, number one.
I know, he's over there stupid confused, still not believing what she's saying.
She's making me believe Tom, though. You know what I mean? I feel like she's playing... I'm telling you, bitch, this is a story... She had nothing. She's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She was the girl who took Kristen's man. Now she's the sad vagina maiden. You know what I mean? She
almost like reaching for...
anything. You know what I mean?
Things women will want to relate to.
And she wants to withhold her vagina because... he's not spending enough time with her, apparently.
Right, yeah. What happened to it being ugly? Now he doesn't spend enough time with you.
Yes. Girl!
Ugly vagina.
Thank you. I swear to God.
It's just all over the place. Like, have a current thought and
she just wants... That's what I'm telling you. That's the best way to get to Tom. Of course, he's going to miss his sex. So he's going to skip out on his bros nights and whatever he's got to do. Right. You know what I'm saying? So we get to Stassi, and they're... I forget what they're doing, like setting things up or whatever, but Kristen made a funny comment about there being sluts in a morgue or whatever. I thought it was funny. But, so apparently Kevin Lee apologized for calling Katie fat.
Yes, as he should have.
So you don't think it's okay to go up to a woman and say, you've gotten bigger. You've gotten a lot bigger. Right. Oh my God, I'm just trying to be a friend and help you.
No way. It depends on the relationship, though.
Yeah.
She's not close with him by no means, so he has no right to comment.
She was serving, okay? The bitch is working.
Right, yeah. Unless she, like, bumped into him really hard or something, then he has no right to say, damn, girl, you couldn't have missed me.
And what was funny is when they did the flashback, he was like... He gave her flowers, and he was like, I love you, Lisa, which to me means Lisa told him to apologize. Yes. I immediately picked that up.
He should have been like, yep, the most insincere apology, because he was just like, okay, Lisa, love you, bye.
Yeah, exactly, because you already know. And Katie said that, his apology doesn't matter, because, I'm confident with myself, but you were crying last episode.
Yeah, you were crying.
What are you talking about? Exactly, so... but okay, you're confident now. Today,
you're rocking it now. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Kelly Clarkson. Bitch, that's why we haven't switched to video yet. Okay, it'll be like the Kelly Clarkson "Love So Soft" video. We'll have to do all my angles and like make sure. Brittany tells Jax he can't go, and he's shocked because he's changed and he doesn't understand why people are upset.
God,
so
I'm over this Jax train.
Yeah,
it's a mess, but you can't stop.
Yeah, and you can't admit that you're wrong either.
Yeah,
which is the most annoying part of it is he's saying it's everyone and everything else. Later in the episode, he literally said, "I've been trying to just surround myself with good people." Bitch, you're the bad one. No.
You're poisoning everybody else.
So how can you say you're That's... what?
Yeah.
That's insane.
A mess.
So, what is your opinion on both parties? Like, who had the better party, like, in look and style, seeing both finishing, like, products here?
Oh, Ariana's party, really? For sure, yes.
Aesthetically, yeah.
Yeah, but then,
the ranch fountain didn't, and Domino's, bitch, like, that didn't entice you at all?
Stassi, come on, like, you're, like, this elegant, beautiful woman, and you have this kind of, like, party on the same night as Ariana's.
Well, to be honest with you, the quality I like about Stassi is she's this like uppity prissy bitch, but she's like very down to earth too. The bitch had dominoes. That's not down to earth.
And she had a stripper that people were taking shots out of her butthole. That was probably the best part about the party.
But yeah, you see a stripper, you just invite her. Like,
right.
Duh.
And don't get mad when she does stripper-like things.
Yeah.
You invited her.
Oh my god.
I think she was afraid that her boyfriend was going to take a shot out of her butt.
I don't do things like that. Like,
I'm
come
sure
on,
he
Stassi.
would have. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Patrick shows up with no costume, which to me means, bitch, I don't give a fuck about her.
Right.
Honestly, like that.
Not even going to entertain it.
Bitch, nonverbal, okay? And then that's my whole thing. And people do shit like that and expect you not to read into it and not to get upset about it. So if Stassi would have got mad, I wouldn't have blamed her.
Right.
At all.
She doesn't ever. She's obsessed with him.
Yeah, that's fucking, he's insane. Oh, so Katie talks to Patrick and and he said he doesn't care if Stassi bangs other guys. He just doesn't want her to get an emotional connection. So, Shelby, if your man told you it was okay for you to fuck other people, how did you feel?
I don't think he's even worth being with. Who, like, or what kind of like sister wives bullshit is this? You know,
that to me means you are saying that because you're doing that. Like, because if I'm doing it, I want it to be okay too.
Right. Whenever you find out that I'm the one that's doing this shit behind your back, like,
see, like I wouldn't even tripped about it. Like,
as long as I don't like love her, I can fuck her, right? Like, that's not the way to be.
Oh my god.
Number like 14. Why Freaky freaking sucks, and Saucy needs to get over it.
Now this episode is annoying to me because it's making me like I have to compliment Ariana. I have to compliment where compliments due. Okay, so. That moment Lindsay Lohan moment she had from Mean Girls with the crown.
Throwing the crown. Oh my god. That is my fucking favorite movies. And that just made me like, yes.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, we're all princess. We are Ariana. We are.
Right. People like, Katie. All she needed was that fucking mathlete's jacket.
but then we have the ass shots and Stassi starts tripping. Now, do you think she had the right to really go in like that? I feel like she went super hardcore for no reason.
But whenever you get drunk, you like trashed.
And she's emotional.
It just is what it is.
And her friends should kind of understand that too.
Right, yeah.
Like, I hate when motherfuckers act brain. This is Stassi. Like,
yeah, it's been her since day one. Why are y'all thinking she's switching up at all? You know?
And that's my whole point is like, okay, so we're gonna act like, oh, this is just completely out of line. No, we have footage, bitch. We can go back and prove that you guys.
She's been equally out of line before.
Yeah.
And Kristen and Katie, like, are you all like newfound? You have your redemption and shit. Like, have her moment. She's
I love
upset.
that she said that she was fucked up on Adderall and tequila. That like, see, she just is so honest. I love it. So she pieces out and leaves them with the bill.
Damn.
That would piss me off.
$1,200? Is that what it was?
$1,400.
$1,400, and Katie did it, and then Swartz was like, "Whoa, now, whoa."
Yeah, I bet you just spent a lot of money.
I know. And they made it out to be like he was like, "Whoa, I didn't know Stassi blew up like that." I think he was like, "Whoa, you just fucking paid $1,400 for this bitch's bill." Like,
yeah,
they're already having money problems.
Yeah, and my whole thing is like, well, to be honest with you, somebody should have paid her bill. It's her birthday.
Right? Yeah, I thought about that too.
Honestly,
they should have taken care of her, but not
Katie was going to
involved.
volunteer. Yeah, I thought Katie might have volunteered, but whatever. Fuck you guys. Okay. Katie had to pay that. You know, Lisa is showing that she's upset that Jax hasn't reached out to her, and that's why I say she needs a little kiss ass because she didn't invite him. He didn't show up unannounced.
Right. Yeah.
But she's still upset. Yeah, but she's still upset because he hasn't said anything and come crawling back. Like, chill the fuck out.
Right, yeah. Maybe he's not sorry.
Yeah, you know, like seriously. But yes, that is it for Vanderpump Rules. Next week's looks really good. Okay, so Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So they're still at Teddy's beach house and all that stuff with, you know, Lisa Vanderpump and Kyle had happened the night before, but they ended up partying it out and it was out of their system.
Good.
So Dorit and Teddy were talking about that, and then Erica stayed apparently stayed at a hotel due to her cramps. Okay.
Okay.
And that is what this entire episode is going to be about. All right.
Okay, I seen that in the previews.
Yeah, Erica's cramps. I'm telling you. So the ladies are working out, and except for Dorit and Erica, because Erica ends up coming back in, and while she's out there, Dorit's messy ass
ready.
She's like, I just didn't want to be caught up like I was last year. And so I wanted to just be honest with Erica and tell her what they were saying last night. So the girls were saying it was weird that Erica would come in to the beach house, pick a room and everything, and then all of a sudden go to a hotel.
Which is kind of weird. Like,
that's a normal thing to say. I feel like that's totally normal.
Why haven't you figured out your period already? You're almost, how old,
So Dorit...
Why is it still a problem?
Girl. Yeah. That's what Lisa said.
Mm-hmm. Vanderpump or Rick?
Yeah, Vanderpump. Yeah. Okay, she was like, I've had a period for a long... But later on, Erica kind of explains it, but...
Okay.
They said it was weird, but the thing about the conversation is Dorit kind of throws Kyle under the bus too, because she said she was talking about it too. So literally these bitches are out of breath coming from working out. Erica's like, so you guys were talking about me, and then this whole thing pops off, and Teddy's like, I feel like everybody's coming at me like I said some shit when I just said it was weird, like that's it. And Erica was like, I just didn't want to bleed all over your sheets, okay? And I was like, that could be like a kind of legitimate.
Yeah, maybe her flow's heavy.
That's what I'm saying. Right. When she said that, it put it in perspective.
Corrupting the flow,
Because, correct me if I'm wrong, Shelby, women, regardless of age or whatever, women handle their periods differently.
Absolutely.
Bitch, I knew when you had yours, you didn't show up to school.
Right.
Okay, yeah. But not every girl was out once a month or whatever. It's
a rough time. Let me tell you.
That's what I'm saying.
It's all different for different people.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like maybe it's
why
more...
hate on her because she's, going through something, doesn't want to,
And they've shown people have bodily functions. You remember when Vicky peed on Tamara's hotel room bed in OC? Yeah. Okay, and they got a close-up. I couldn't imagine having the cameras there and, bitch, your blood's... there's blood-stained sheets. That's
right,
that is what... I did jump into Erica's mind. I was like, okay.
The glamour of it. They're raw and unedited sometimes. Yeah. And, she didn't want to be put in that kind of situation. Yeah. You got to think, about that, too.
And that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it also makes sense that they would think it's weird.
Yeah, it works for both sides.
Okay? Sure. So, but the crux of this whole thing here is the fact that Dorit is starting shit by throwing people under the bus, because turns out she was the one talking about it too. Lisa Vanderpump was involved as well, but she's not mentioning those names, and she's not mentioning herself, and she's just trying to pass it on to other people.
As always.
Yes.
Always.
Deflect.
Teddy, now it's, she's going after Kyle, she's going to go through everybody.
Camille calls her out, and she's like, I just feel like you came in here and tattletaled. And I'm like, okay. Camille came out a couple times.
Yeah, for sure.
A couple times in this episode.
I'm ready for Rinna and Dorit to get into it again. Oh, yeah. It's going to happen. You already know.
Oh, yeah. Because Dorit is... I think Dorit's going down this season. She's just
I feel like this might be her last season, honestly.
I don't think that, but I think she's gonna spend all next season repairing what she's done this year.
Right, her apology.
Oh my god. Coming. Oh yes. Oh yeah.
But she's gonna be like Rinna, but then Rinna starts her shit back up again. Yeah. You just love the downfall.
Trust me, she'll be sucking dick next year. But yeah, Camille comes in and she's like, she's calling Dorit out, and I love it. And I was watching a little bit of season 1 Camille the other day, and I have a new respect for Camille because I didn't think about this bitch was completely one of the funniest moments ever. She's been boring ever since then. Ever since then. But the first season, she was amazing because this bitch sat in a hot tub and she's with two other people, and she's like, I look around and I've kind of helped everyone in this hot tub. And they were like, yeah, I have. And I'm just like, that's so fucked up. Just to be like, I've helped you in your life. I don't know. I just felt like it was very weird.
Okay.
And hilarious.
Thanks for that.
Yeah. Dorit, and I love it. Teddy said it was weird, and she stands by it. She's not moving. She's pretty firm on it. And then she's thrown off because Erica, she tries to like console her, and Erica's like, just don't touch. I don't need to be petted right now. Okay.
Yeah.
And Dorit doesn't think people should be upset, but you started it. like you literally started this entire conversation.
You literally started the whole pot, and it was like, why are you guys mad? Like,
yeah.
Shut up.
Teddy's like, let's just call it a day, basically kicking all these bitches out her house. And
right, yeah.
I would too.
Bad vibes.
I'm annoyed. Yeah. Erica leaves and apologizes, but this isn't the end of this at all. Kyle asks about being thrown under the bus while they were riding back, and
she asked Dorit personally.
Yeah, and Lisa did too. Like, so what? And that's when she finds out that Lisa was talking shit too, and Dorit's just like, I just didn't want to, get caught up in a situation again. Well, and Kyle's like, well, it's a situation now.
Yeah, you made it a situation.
It's a situation. Because if they would have talked as a group and been able to all chime in, it wouldn't have seemed like, oh my God, so they're like talking mad shit,
Right, yeah.
Which, that is messy. And it's fun, but...
I know, but Erica of all people. Yeah.
The ladies are getting ready for Fashion Week. Everybody's going to New York.
Okay.
And I hear Bethany Frankel's going to pop in while they're there. And she's from New York Housewives.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I forgot you're going to love them. When you watch, you're going to love them. I promise. Right. I'm not just saying that. Lisa Rinna does go shopping with her daughter for her New York apartment, and she's making her daughter pay.
Oh, okay.
And like Yolanda did for her kids, Mm-hmm. Some parents just buy everything for their kids and then it's like, go. But
right, yeah.
I think it's good to make her pay. The ladies arrive in New York. The girls get together and Dorit starts talking about the dinner with Kyle and Lisa that she had the episode before where Lisa stormed out. And that whole issue with, Lisa apparently not getting enough attention. And Lisa's point is, no, it wasn't about the attention. It was about the fact that I was there to celebrate something else and you guys were talking about some bullshit.
Yeah. Understandable,
Yeah, but Dorit
celebrating a lawsuit, though.
Yeah.
Can we chill?
Yeah. But Lisa also... Dorit also brings up everything. So she starts telling Lisa Rinna about the fight at the beach house too, and that gets Erica talking in third person. Well, Erica is gonna do what Erica wants to do, and
no.
And as soon as she started doing that, I knew she was a piece of shit. I was like, come on, Erica. Yeah. Come on, Erica. It's
still PMSing, girl. You're doing
yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's only been a day or so. So then what really is the issue here, though, is Dorit spills secrets about personal stuff her and Lisa Vanderpump talked about.
Oh, damn.
Yes. And you know how Lisa is. So she starts saying that she thinks Lisa's jealous. And because Lisa has said to her, when we're with other people, you don't talk to me, or when we talk together, you talk over me, and stuff like that.
How's that jealousy, though? That's just Dorit as a person. I feel like Lisa shouldn't be upset about it at this point. But Dorit saying that Lisa confided in her about that? Okay,
yeah, and then she's telling it to the group.
Okay, she's busting it out now.
Yeah, and Lisa Rinna is just loving it because she can't wait for... Oh, my God.
She's waiting for the Vanderpump Empire.
Oh, yeah. And pretty much that's what's going to be the next episode is the fallout of this. So when you do catch up, bitch, it's going to be pretty ridiculous. But, not that ridiculous because Brady's not involved. I just got to put that in every episode.
She's on Big Brother, though.
Yeah. Of course.
Her time is taken up very well.
Okay. So Real Housewives of Atlanta this week. It starts... Well, last week we left off with... Basically, Eva, the new housewife. What do you think of Eva?
Love her. And I watched her season of America's Next Top Model.
Tell us about Eva then, because I don't know shit about this bitch.
She works hard. And it just seems she just everything she does well in. And she's beautiful too. So,
yeah. Think she's a good choice then?
I think she's a good choice. She seems to have some good vibes to her. Not sure about the braided hair in the beginning. But,
Well, Well, my whole thing is, I feel like she's bringing messiness. I mean, I guess she was just being honest about what she saw.
Right, yeah. She's definitely going to stir the pot. That's how she was on her season, too. So
yeah.
it wasn't all just like, smiles and laughs. You have to kind of step on people.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it was a good opener, bitch. If that's my first episode, boom, I saw your man with another bitch. Like,
right, yeah.
Yeah.
If he don't have a girlfriend, well, he did.
Yeah, exactly. So we open up with Portia finishing up the job by saying, well, I hear that your man's an opportunist, and I heard that he had a girlfriend and decided not to be with her and just to be with you. Now,
because he saw an opening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, is that opportunity, or is it, I mean, if you see a better bitch, then why would it, maybe that's like, could that be a compliment to Cynthia? Like, obviously, I'm better than this ragtag. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, it could be looked at as an opportunity to be something different. He's on the show now and all that, so he's getting exposure. But then, like you just said, like, I mean, if your bitch is bull and you're over it, like, let's road tide, Yeah,
that's all I'm saying. It
could be in life. It just does.
Yeah, bitch, you have an opportunity to be with a boss bitch.
Right? Yeah. Somebody's got their shit together. Who knows about this other bitch?
Okay.
But she might.
And he doesn't seem like he doesn't have his shit together. It's not like a super. He's just not on TV. I mean,
right? Yeah, but even before that, it was. I think it was the episode before where she was like, "I still want to do me," and like, you're not the only fish in the pond. Yeah. And he was like, "That's fine. I'm whatever." That is just like a weak ass man, so it makes you think about opportunity. Like, yeah, you can go around and fuck around on me. I'm here,
Yeah.
Makes you think.
Yeah, because he's indecisive too, or he's like not taking it as seriously either. But at the same time, she just got out of a divorce. Maybe he could just let it be aired. And he said, "I want you to get it out of your system before you're with me." Right. That isn't too, oh my God, why am I defending him? But Jesus, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, it's not too off the wall.
Exactly. I'm just saying it's believable. Sorry. Stuff coming out the last episode. Okay, so, Kim's like, people need to stay out of people's marriage. I dated somebody who was 28 and, or 28 years younger or something like that. And, people didn't want me to do it, but I found my happiness by not listening to them. So she hopes it doesn't fuck it up for Cynthia.
Yeah.
And yeah, that makes sense.
Having her back a little bit.
Cynthia and Will are talking in the car, and I feel like he might be trying to, like, she brings it up and she's saying this, and he's like, he's kind of trying to turn it around, saying like, what did I sign up for? And things like that. I'm like, no, bitch, that is. Yeah, because bitch, this is kind of a little bit fishy. Like, you should understand where she's coming from, hearing two people come at you at a party that she just went to. And this is like his first party with them. What I mean?
And like high profile people too. So it's not like just like Joe Schmo. Nobody knows who he is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's offended. Okay, so Mama Joyce meets with Portia.
I didn't understand this whole situation. I haven't watched more than 3 episodes, but I not understand why Mama Joyce had to come through.
Yeah, Mama Joyce is Candy Burris' mom.
Okay, Candy's mom.
Okay? And she's talking to Portia from all of last season's drama, which was about the lie about the drugging and raping. So Portia had... Okay? Portia had been told by Phaedra that Candy was going to drug her and rape her and take her to her sex dungeon.
Yeah, with her husband.
Okay? Yes. And it wasn't true, and it came out. That
seems like a fucking far-fetched lie.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And the whole thing is like, even though you didn't originate it, Portia, why did you spread it around knowing that it wasn't true and it's something that could, you know what I mean? And
right, yeah.
Candy, rightfully so, is like, I don't want to fuck with her because of that. That makes sense. But she's talking to her mom because her mom's like trying to see Portia's point of view, which, whatever. I thought it was funny. Portia orders Brussels sprouts with no pork.
Yeah, she's like, no dipping sauce, no nothing.
No, Brussels sprouts don't have pork, do they? Or is that like I don't eat Brussels.
I feel like that's a Southern thing. You might as well.
Okay, I don't know. I thought they were just okay. Anyway,
yeah, they're fried. They're fire.
But she wants to know Portia's point of view, and she was that Phaedra. She was trusting Phaedra, and whoop, whoop, whoop. And Mama Joy says she never liked Phaedra, and that Portia's a ride or die chick. And Portia's like, even to a fault. Like, I was just like,
I like her.
Portia's a dumbass.
She's ate up.
And then that Candy's husband was a lemon. She made into lemonade.
Like having her back to the fullest.
Yeah, okay. What the fuck? And so she tells her to keep trying with Candy and hopefully their relationship can repair. And I mean, I guess that's good. I think eventually it probably will. But there's nothing wrong with... Here's the thing. We're going to be around each other. Like Nene and Candy said, we see each other. Okay? Mm-hmm. Knowing what you're dealing with the people that's around you and being able to coexist, okay? Right. If I know that you're on some shady shit and I know that this is going to end bad if I really get into it with you kind of thing or have a friendship, then
too much of a liability.
Yeah.
Not interested in them type of people.
And exactly. And I don't care if you're around, but bitch, like, why does it got to be extra? Like, I don't need to, like, we don't have to be friends, you know? Friends. So... Cynthia and Nene have dinner and they talk about the Eva situation because she's like, so Nene, you like betrayed me coming here with Eva, spouting all that shit. And she's like, no, I was trying to tell you myself, but Kenya swooped you up. And they talk about the Barcelona trip and they want to invite Kim, but Nene's like, Kim's not going to come. And that was Kim's whole when she left in season 5, that everybody had an issue with her because she kept skipping important things, important meetings, important meals, important vacations.
Right,
and
yeah.
They were like, they were like, this isn't fair. We have to show up. You know what I mean? Even when we don't feel like it. So when they confronted her at a dinner, she just got up and was like, I'm out. And she pieced out of the show. And so, of course, again, if she's pulling this bullshit, like, I would be annoyed with it too. She
seems super involved in her family though, like more so than most people, for real.
Yeah, but
she's got young kids too,
and that's fine and everything. Yeah. But then don't sign up to do the show if you know what I'm saying. You're not willing to. You can't break away for a few days from your family.
Yeah, for sure. Like, don't sign up for the shit if you ain't gonna make time for it.
That's what I mean, and I mean,
she's loaded any fucking way. So is her husband. So
I think because eventually you find out she doesn't come to go on the trip, but I think it is important to set that precedent by not allowing her to go if she's going to bring her boyfriend, because...
No, yeah, if it's a girl's trip, why the fuck is the husband coming?
Exactly, and I think Nene squashed that shit. She pulled a power move and was like, she's not a housewife, and she's trying to break the rules already, okay? If y'all are letting her do this... then whoop, whoop, whoop. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's fucked up. Sure. So that's why she was like, Nene was very vocal about me bringing my husband. I think Nene squashed that shit and said, then Kim's not coming. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Which,
go ahead and just
that's
make
fair.
A stand. Yeah.
Before you get a peach, before everything, bitch, if you're going to be on this shit, you're not getting one.
Yeah.
So... Kenya's pregnancy neck muscle, which I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, man,
yeah. But
she seemed super disappointed, but then they were like, well, let's get the blood work back.
But I always get nervous for, like, older people who get, like, inconclusive pregnancy or, like, even a false positive because that's, like, the start of menopause. And that's been in, like, every episode of everything I've ever seen like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that always...
Yeah, and it's sad, too, especially when people want to have kids and they can't. So, I mean, I hope she, gets that shit together. But once you reach an age, how old is she? 40s?
Yeah, she's 46.
Yeah, so doing too much already. You're already high risk. Like, let's not even entertain that. You got enough money to adopt. Go for it.
So... Portia wants to throw a no beef dinner.
Oh my god, I love the context of that.
Of course, all the people she's beefing with don't want to come.
Yeah.
And I thought it was funny that Cynthia meets up with Peter and they have like this weird divorce relationship where she still wants to be friends with him, but she's still trying to be flirtatious.
Yeah,
it's like no, she's playing games. I mean, girl, you didn't want to be with me. I see where he's coming from. Then quit playing. Like, oh god, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. You're the one who initiated the divorce, not me.
So it's kind of like, of course I don't want to see you with a new man. Of course I don't want to be around you. Of course, like normal people who are in that situation wouldn't see each other again because it's painful. But she's like forcing it. Like, we have to be friends. No, I have to know that when I leave you, you're gonna still love me. Like,
right, yeah, it's some selfish bullshit, really. Yeah, I think she's just waiting for, because she doesn't know her place with Will and all that stuff.
Exactly, so
for an old familiar
an
kind
anchor,
of thing.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, at the no beef dinner, Messi Marlowe's ass shows up, and she was the one with all the whole African looking garb.
Oh,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
just doing them all.
Marlo... God, she just pushes the fucking button for me because I know she's good TV and everything, but she makes me so nervous. Like she's that bitch, man. I'm telling you,
like a boho chic party, and you just like show up in the most abstract.
You know she's gonna be on some bullshit as soon as you.
Right,
like
yeah.
I would always have my guard up if I walked into a room and I saw her because I know she's gonna be on some bullshit. And if I'm around somebody like that, like I won't be around somebody like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like every time I see you, we're gonna argue or you're gonna say some shit that's gonna offend me. No, bitch.
Right, yeah.
I don't, you know.
Too much turmoil. I'm not interested in jumping right in that shit. Hell no.
Kim ends up showing up and they end up hookahing. What's your opinions on hookah? I feel like it was a really big deal in like 2010.
Right, yeah. I mean, like they've got portable shit now.
I don't think anybody.
Did
you ever get into hookah? I didn't.
No, I tried it one time and I freaking threw up.
I didn't. I don't.
I was drunk too though, so that might be fine.
Marlo spills tea about the party, obviously, and then Cynthia shows up. And Cynthia, I love that Marlo was trying to say shit about Cynthia, and Cynthia comes right from Marlo. She's like, actually, I have something to say to you. And she's bringing up Peter in front of her new dude that she's with. You know what I mean? And Marlo being a little shady there. And she's like, oh, it's just Marlo. No, I understand Marlo, but that's why it's like, fuck you, bitch.
Right, yeah,
you know?
for sure.
And then Portia did a finishing blow as she's walking out. But everyone is speculating about Peter and Cynthia at the little dinner that they had and about how close their relationship is. And, like, I mean, there is a lot to speculate.
They went to one luncheon for
I know, but, I mean, like we just said, it's odd that she wants to, you know what I mean?
Right, and then he's still entertaining it. Like,
there's a lot of things to speculate.
Yeah.
There's a lot when you're still that close with people. But, yeah, they're going on the girls' trip. Like I said, Kim's not going now, and Nene put a stop to that.
Yeah.
And they're bringing up booty implants for Croy. And Croy, he does have a nice ass, but I don't think it's because of implants at all.
Yeah.
I mean, that's retarded.
It is the most goofiest shit I've
ever heard. He doesn't seem like
it's not nice enough to have implants. I'm sorry.
Okay, but I'm just like, it's not... He just doesn't seem like the type.
He's not Black China in it.
Okay.
No, it's just definitely not.
And I feel like if you played football with implants, like, that'd be dangerous as fuck.
Yeah, on your ass.
I mean, yeah. I don't think the Falcons would be down. I loved at the dinner. Marlo was like, I gotta leave. I gotta visit my cousin in the nursing home. Portia was like, are you sure that's not your new man? Like, it's a little late to be going to the nursing home.
Right. Late as fuck.
I was like, yeah, it is. You're right.
Throwing it out there for sure.
The girls, Kenya isn't going because of her husband. And I hear that this was kind of like an issue too because she's like skipping out on the trip and just wanting to be with her man now. And that's why maybe like production and stuff isn't happy with Kenya at this point.
Yeah. But
Kenya's denying that anything like that has happened. I think Nene... Yeah, like I said, I think Nene pulled a power play. But they're headed to Barcelona, and so next week we're going to see all of them in their, like, in another country yelling at each other there. It's going to be great.
I'm excited about it.
Okay. Last topic. Celebrity Big Brother.
The most important, yes.
Hell yes, because... we got to go through the characters.
Okay.
And, well, what I want to do is kind of recap what has been going on in Celebrity Big Brother. So, because it's already been a week, but we only have 2 evictions, okay?
Right, but it's moving fast. It's only 3 weeks long.
Exactly. Basically, we started out with 11 celebrities, including, Brandon Glanville from Housewives,
Love.
Chuck Liddell, Omarosa, Ross Matthews, Shannon Elizabeth, and... we know that Ross and Shannon and Marissa, they know the game really well.
Right.
And so they're coming in as power players.
Mm-hmm.
And first out we had Chuck Liddell, which of course...
I was so disappointed.
Really? I mean, I was really happy that he...
No, because if it became a thing where it was like a competition about, force and strength, which is not Big Brother competition. It's more mental and like kind of goofy shit. Mm-hmm. But I was just hoping he would dominate in the competitions. Really, I've been a fan of him forever.
I was not surprised to see him go. Diary rooms look scripted. I'm gonna. This house is my octagon. I'm like, okay. I'm gonna punch out the competition. Like, nah, nigga.
And even whenever he was talking to Julie, he was very scattered, so you could tell that he doesn't have like a good way of like expressing himself. And his social game sucks.
Exactly.
You got a face mask and nails. Like you
his
got
high as a punch. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't.
Right, a judo kick. Or whatever it is.
That's what I'm saying. He probably communicates in grunts in the gym.
Like flips and arm movements.
So he was taken out because he took the bags and he apparently made a side deal with Keisha.
It was an easy way to get him out.
Yeah. And
even though Meta wanted to go home because of family things, when he missed his wife. Like, suck it up.
Meta's a punk ass bitch. I don't like.
He seems so confused all the time. Or is it just me?
I think he has to play stupid and like a dumb little child to really work on his. Because, I mean, this man was he beat up the crowd, okay?
Yeah.
This is obviously a man with anger issues. So, for me to believe that you're some, like, middle-aged child, okay?
Yeah, he
like
acts a fool.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not buying it, okay?
Like the video of him, like, doing the flamingo fight in the hot tub.
That's what I'm saying.
Strange.
He's just weird. I can't wait till he leaves. Because if he wins, I would be very upset. So, next out we had...
Keisha.
We had Keisha Knight Pulliam. She went out on Ross's HOH. They were trying to backdoor Shannon, which was a plan started by Brandy and Ari, who have turned out to be...
They're calculated people.
They're amazing game players.
Yeah.
And I counted them out, too.
I did. I felt like Ari was just not going to do anything.
Yeah, but these bitches are in there and they are ready to play. And they don't get enough credit on the actual shows, but trust me, the live feed updates that I get and that I listen to and stuff like that, like they are working hard. They are going in, yeah. So they were really the driving force behind this whole Ross thing. Ross is, I mean... I know they're painting him to be this big deal, but honestly, he's kind of like their little minion. You know, him and Marissa.
Sure. He just kind of flops around to whatever's
convenient.
Everybody
knows what the fuck he's doing.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
I like him, though. I just hope he, like, gets it together and quits playing everybody else's game.
Yeah. They were all ready to do this move, and then Keisha starts bitching about her breast milk. Now, her kid is is a year old. Okay.
A year old. It's not a newborn.
Okay. I think it was a quit. I don't know about you, but I think she was
like, she knew something was coming. It was gonna. Obviously, she's on the block. It was either her or Omarosa, so it was just kind of like she played hard in the beginning.
No, there was a deal with backdoor shit. She wasn't going home.
I still feel like there was a subliminal deal, but then it was just like, you know, I don't know. It seemed like a cop-out for real. My baby needs me. Okay, your baby is a year.
And you're rich, bitch. You can get him formula. You can get you can get a fresh bitch with titty milk.
Right, you were pumping in the Big Brother house. What do you mean it's depleting? Like none? Or you're just like pumping a little bit at a time?
Can you feed your kid like some smashed peas already?
Right,
Your baby has teeth, bitch. Like,
your baby gets big every time you breastfeed,
they're going to look like the bitches from Cherish with the thumb-sucking teeth. I'm telling you.
It just seemed too convenient.
That she fucked up all their plans, and Brandy said it best when she was really upset. She's like, I have to feed my kids too, and you're fucking up my plans. So if I win, I'm not going to take you off.
Yeah.
Because it's fucked up.
Right, yeah, and it just seemed like she came from a perspective as a mother as well. Like, she still has to provide for her children, minded it not being breast milk or whatever. Yeah. But it's just kind of like, get the fuck over it.
Yeah. But Keisha gets her way, and I love Omarosa because she not only has she had a asthma attack, and she's been like, you know, and Julie Hurdle totally hoard her with that whole situation.
She did though.
Omarosa at the end of her speech, she was like, and you know, just think about what's best and do what's best. For Keisha.
You can hear the crowd just start laughing.
Yeah, because
you're ridiculous.
What do you think of Omarosa this season? Like, what is your overall opinion on this bitch that they brought in?
I think...
How well do you know her?
I don't know her very well at all. No, and just the way she like talks about people and things, I just feel like she just kind of is a people pleaser when she needs to be, but then she's super calculated too.
Oh yeah, I love her. She's such a quiet force.
It is so...
I love how powerful she is.
Yeah.
I would love to take some cues. Okay? Because
she's soft but super demeaning when she speaks to you.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God, she is.
And it's like she starts to talk lower and lower, so you're like really paying attention. And
Listen,
then
Shelby, okay, this is what you're going to do and this is why.
Right.
All right?
Right. Like, okay.
This is why you're a piece of shit. Point 1, 2, 3.
I am a piece of shit. Like, a mess.
Yeah, I've enjoyed Omarosa. She's good TV. Like I said, I've known her.
She is.
I've known her
from
the very beginning. I mean, not that old, but like, I didn't watch The First Apprentice till later. But yeah, I've seen her for years and years and years. So I know, I knew what we were getting, and it was just awesome. But so this week, what's going on are these couple episodes, because there's a really scrunched down version of Big Brother. As it stands right now, the head of household is Ari.
Right.
She won the HOH by 100th of a second. James almost beat her.
And James wanted it so
What do you
bad.
think of James? Oh my God.
I don't know. They're like gunning for James, like gunning for these strong people that they think are.
He's really good. He is.
And I loved how Brandy was going in on him whenever freaking Mark McGrath was like talking about his career and stuff, and then James would chime in. She's like, let's listen to the vet here. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I forgot that I was not talking to you.
She can sense a douche. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. She's got like a bullshit radar, like
Did
a mile
you hear
long.
what he said? He said, they're not getting the full picture. The last person to put me on the block went home. And I'm like, bitch, I had nothing to do with you.
It literally had nothing to do with you.
He really just...
Her breast milk was depleting. That's why she went home. It wasn't because of you.
So
he's such a turd.
Oh my God.
And he's not even that strong. I feel like they just put him out there to be because he's like fit and young. That does not fucking
He's just
matter.
that completely unself-aware douche that we've all met. We've all met a James who thinks they're just the greatest, hottest shit. And okay, so the plan is to not backdoor Shannon. The plan is to go ahead and just put this bitch. The plan was to put this bitch up with James. Right. Okay,
and Ari didn't want to take the back road. She was like, "Let's put him up now."
Yeah,
let's not like backdoor bullshit.
Even though Ross is kind of going back and forth between his final four with James and Shannon and his final four with Ari and Brandy. But the whole thing is like he's being completely honest with the Brandy and Ari side of it, but with Shannon, they weren't aware yet until their asses were put on the block.
Yeah.
Pretty much that he was flip-flopping, you know what I mean? Because he did try to get Omarosa and like Meta on the block for them, but to backdoor Shannon, but Ari and Brandy saw right through that. They're like, why the fuck is Ross trying to do that when he knows, you know what I mean?
Right.
So they're starting to see his
so
shit.
Seeing that he's trying to keep.
That's what I'm saying. People are seeing Ross as messy. They know he's messy.
Yeah.
I don't think his game is as secret as he thinks. And with Shannon gone, I mean, he's pretty much the next one up. He's perfect, primed. Okay. Right. Now, right now, I know. Well, actually, as we're speaking about this right now, the show is probably on and playing. So by the time this is out, we'll know who had won the veto.
Right.
I don't know who is. Shannon's gonna be evicted. Okay. I'm gonna let you know now. From what I know of the live feeds and stuff like that,
she's trying to act like a boss bitch in the beginning, but then's crying, like saying I have no friends and stuff. Like, you're a grown ass woman, suck it up.
Right, and I mean,
you make power moves, you make enemies, and that's just how the way.
She's been trying to campaign and things like that, but you know, the problem is she's such a beast, and you know, the bitch spelled responsibility is the longest word in that
comp. Forever.
That's what I'm saying. So. Everything she's saying, even though she's telling the truth and she really hasn't been backstabbing and making deals and lying, she's telling them the truth. No one believes it because she is such a threat. It's like the fact that she's able to convince them is why they want to send her home. So the more she talks, the more they want to send her home.
Oh, yeah, for sure. They feel like she's deflecting.
So the person who won the veto, James. James wins the veto. He's going to pull himself off the block, and they were talking about who would be the replacement, and they've kind of settled on Mark because he's volunteered, and he's Don't you love his old ass? Because
I love him someday.
No. First of all, I don't love him. I love him in like a condescending piece of shit way.
Oh man, I love him from back in fucking fly days.
Because he is sucking at challenges, and he's like, I'm gonna float, and I'm gonna lose these on purpose. No, bitch, you suck.
Right, okay? Yeah.
And you're just trying
Whenever he missed the hole the first time, he's like, all right, psych.
He's just begging to look like he's actually playing the game. No, bitch, no one wants to work with you.
No.
No one wants to work with you.
He's not doing anything. anything. It's just like meta. He's just like floating and just sitting around. And well, the other big people are just like, okay, well, we can use him as a vote.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So
might not be as bad.
I mean, yeah, because that's what I'm saying. Everyone's kind of using Mark. And
right, yeah.
So he might actually end up going very, very far, but that's the whole thing. At what point will he be disposable? At some point, you're going to have to be like, okay, bye.
Right,
like,
yeah.
I don't know. That's the thing with this, with it so compressed. It's hard to imagine how they're going to do all the stuff within like another week. Like,
no, yeah, for real.
I really, still, they're going to have to double it out. That's what I'm saying.
There's going to be double eviction weeks. There has to be.
Yeah.
There's going to be a live HOH and veto.
And everybody's allowed to go home and watch what everybody's been saying. How do you think that's going to impact the game?
Oh, damn.
I mean,
it's definitely
like
going to be
seasons.
more of a personal level, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of just like, knowing what you know in the house. It's going to be coming from a personal shit. That's what Chuck Liddell was saying.
You think everybody's going to be bitter then? You just feel like across the board?
I think so, honestly.
Wouldn't you, bitch?
Oh,
that one
yeah.
confession that you talk shit about me, that's why I'm not voting.
Right, yeah. Like, sorry ever.
But I'm a bitch.
Right, yeah.
Remember, I'm an asshole.
Right. It's gonna be like a more raw kind of thing instead of like going to the jury and not knowing. I feel like it's gonna be more like raw emotion of like why they vote for people. I'm excited about that too.
Yeah, that'll be the finale is gonna be a big deal, and then
it has to be a 2-hour. Like, let's not cut it off whenever somebody wins the check. Like, let's get some more feedback from the. I hate how they don't have like a follow up with all the people in the house, like the jury and all that. They don't keep it long enough. Like, usually when Big Brother ends, they get the check, we get the America's Favorite, and the episode's over. Like, let's have like an after show,
like a reunion or something like that. I agree with that.
Yeah, for sure.
I agree. I would love to, because it's just done after that, and you can maybe see interviews. But
yeah, we go home. They're all separated when they're in their
they
interviews.
try to kind of do like a semi reunion while they're there, but the show's so rushed that it's never like a quality one.
Like, before the vote, they get to ask
this
questions.
show desperately needs a reunion. Absolutely. You're totally right.
But the best shit, the most unfiltered shit too.
Just to, I guess, wrap this episode up though, let's just say predictions for Big Brother. Like, who do you want to win and who do you think will win?
No, yeah, I feel like Omarosa really has a big shot to win, honestly, just because she's so conniving. She plays the field so well, I think. But I really want Ross to win. I think he's a sweetie. I loved him on the Tonight Show. It was just...
Everybody keeps saying that. I'm like, I know this man from Chelsea lately and Celebrity Fit Club with Tanisha. I don't watch the Tonight Show.
They should have thrown Tanisha on the Celebrity.
They will one day, I'm sure.
I'm sure of it.
I'm sure Natalie Nunn, okay?
Oh,
like,
please.
You know they're gonna... There are a lot of like people from reality shows I would love to see in there. But honestly, my prediction, I love the fact that I didn't think it before, but now I can actually see an actualization of Brandy winning. I could actually see it happen. It's possible. It's in the realm of possibilities. Yeah. And that
especially in this short time span, so much can change.
Yeah, that's who I want to win, but who I honestly think will win. I think it's gonna be like somebody who slips. It might be an Omarosa, honestly. Yeah. I think it might be.
It could be.
Because everybody's just playing her off now because they're fake ass asthma attacks and things like that.
Right.
It's gonna be somebody.
When I was in the hospital. Yes, I was. Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be Omarosa or Marissa, probably.
Marissa, okay.
Because nobody's really checking for her. She's fat and annoying. I mean, she's just annoying. But I mean,
I really like her.
I like her.
Her hair is so volumized. I cannot get over how big her hair is.
Yeah, but I mean, that's honestly the people I think might win. But
yeah, Marissa really for sure. She's undermined right now. Yeah, for sure.
No one's really mentioning her. It's all on Ross. That's all I'm saying. Since he's her sidekick, right? She's his sidekick. That's a pretty good position to be in. So,
and she's already gonna flip on Shannon. They're friends outside the house. I feel like I'd be pissed if I was Shannon whenever I come out.
That's true. That's probably a vote lost.
Right, yeah. She's like, oh, well,
But, yeah.
Not going to any more of your Broadway shows.
But no, thank you, Shelby, for being here today. I really appreciate it. Thank you for having me again. The wine was great. The combo was great. Okay. Hopefully people learned something today. Maybe I changed your mind on gun control, Maybe I changed your mind on Vanderpump Rules.
Right.
Something big.
Ari did have the best party, though. Thank you for admitting that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But thank you. Thank you to everyone who listened and download, rate, subscribe. At whatever point that you see this, whatever platform that we were actually on, or listen to this, whatever platform we're on, just do whatever it takes to, spread some love and share it and what have you.
Right, yeah. Comment.
Yes. Okay.
Need some feedback.
Right, bitch? Thank you.
Right,
Suck a
see ya.
dick.